Nope. Oh, it wasn't working. We're live. We are live at the new Wendibros setup. I think it looks pretty fancy. Pretty proud of it. Worked really hard on it. But we're now a little bit cleaner looking. Took a shower. Not as filthy as we once were. John even has his own Zoom cam. Look at him. He's all fancy. So, yeah.
You got an echo.
I have an echo.
I can hear an echo, so. Yeah, and I can hear me too.
You can hear you too. Wasabi, can you hear an echo? I'm not getting anything on my end. Yeah. No echo on. It looks like everything's coming through on the audio just fine.
Oh, I know exactly what it is. I had the Twitch was also on.
Well, the great news is that we are live, not just here, but we're also live. We're not just live on Twitch. We're also live on Facebook. We're also live on YouTube as well. So that's pretty incredible. We got all the works. I did turn off the tomatoes and eggs for my stream, as I figured if we talk about serious subjects or if we do get guests on here, I doubt if they're sharing a heart-wrenching story they want a tomato or egg in their face. So you never know. Maybe they like that. Maybe it'll lighten the mood a little bit. Yeah. But you can use emotes in the chat, no problem. And then no matter on what screen we're on, you can actually see those emotes on there too. So if you haven't been on here before, if you are coming in through Facebook or if you're coming in through YouTube, welcome. We are the Wendibros, and we talk about all things creepy and paranormal and spooky. We always have technical difficulties, but it seems like the audio is just fine, and a lot of the times we're just kind of shooting the shit and having a good time and talking about creepy stuff. I'm a little bit of a skeptic myself. I say that, but John's always being Mr. Skeptic too here lately. It seems like depends. We wear those too because we're getting around that age. And then I'll just go ahead and throw up the Mikey cam too, Bitcoin Boomer cam, just so you can see that. You can pretend he's here in spirit, as we tend to do. So. For somebody who likes Art Bell so much and talks about him so much, it's hard to get him on the show sometimes. So, but that is our third Wendibro, and that's it. So, talking about some spooky stuff tonight. John, have you had anything spooky recently that's happened to you? Or?
I don't believe so. I'm trying to think.
I showed up at your door the other night, and I fell into a giant mud hole that went on for an eternity. Didn't even know what happened until you guys.
And yeah, that was spooky. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. I those boots I actually got from Walmart. They are the Ozark Trail boots.
Yeah,
I would say pretty good investment because I didn't feel it going in. The only thing that got wet was my toe. And I'll take that on how deep I went in there. My pants were a little bit dirty, but otherwise it was fine. So I guess that was a harrowing thing. So, but other than that, I don't know if anything completely. Got myself playing on Facebook. I don't know if anything wild and spooky that's happened to me. I can't really. I've seen a lot of spooky things on the internet. So let's hear. Oh, we got Walt Risney. Yeah, you tried to throw him. Walt, you just missed that. And welcome to the stream. We actually deactivated tomatoes and eggs in case we were talking about serious. So if you're unfamiliar, we also have the Captain Bowie stream, which is a lot more lighthearted, and it turned into basically a tomato and egg fight on there too. So I even have Facebook and I have YouTube chat integrated into my OBS now too, so I can see everybody on YouTube as well now too. So we're getting we're getting very fancy out there for sure.
That's some good multitasking.
Look at that! Even in our chat right now, we have Botrix soliciting our Facebook group to join a cult. So in the chat, so if you have a story and want to share it, consider joining the Cult of Wendibros on Facebook. So again, that's a private group. It's special. It's a cult, but you can leave at any time. That's the good thing about that cult. Until we get really serious about it, and then we might actually might have a mass suicide together just for like a field day kind of thing. So,
sounds good.
Sounds good. All right, so going into it, John, have you heard about the man next to the moon?
No, I have not. What are you talking about?
So the man next to the moon, I told Christy about this, and then I actually went out to look for it. I may actually have it on my phone for what we had on our end. So I wasn't able to prove anything, wasn't able to see it, but there's been multiple videos towards the end of last year and then a little bit this year. People have actually been talking about a man next to the moon. And you always hear about the man on the moon, and you look out there, you can kind of see him out there. This is a different instance to where I'm trying to think of the right words to say. So it's a literal giant face next to the moon. Now, a lot of people are saying that it could be CGI, but then there's, I believe there was an older lady and then a few other videos that came out showing it. And it looks like a giant face. And it was the one thing where I went out there to debunk it that I actually was hoping would not be true. Because if I feel like if I had seen something like that, it would have actually broken my mind a little bit. In the chat, we got Project Bluebeam, which is something we can also talk. Let me write that down real quick because I do want to talk a little bit about Project Bluebeam in conjunction with that. So the other thing I've heard too is that and I know we've talked about flat Earth. Within here, eventually we're going to talk about it so much that we end up fucking believing it. No, I don't think so. So I think we've debunked a lot on this so far, and I've actually been pretty proud of that. We even debunked John, the last streamer we were on here. Actually managed to kind of figure out why there would be water on the moon if it has so much ice up there, and if we're recklessly ramming rockets into it, that's probably why there's condensation. Maybe. Yeah, I would say that theory is pretty sound if I had to guess. Don't disown me in the chat. Don't worry, I'm not a flat earther. But what I'm saying though is that they're saying that, I think it was in the Book of Enoch, it talks a lot about the firmament around the atmosphere, and how it's actually what they're seeing out there is a dead giant, and it's in the water that is actually surrounding the world. Is one speculation behind it too. The other thing is that it's the face of God, and then other things are just saying Project Bluebeam. And I'll go ahead and see if I can pull up the video real quick. So I want
please. If you got a video, I'd love to see it.
I want everyone to use their imaginations right now. We're about to turn on we're about to turn on our supercomputer. So, and it's not the ones that are right behind John there on his supercomputers. He's in the lab right now making all this happen. But yeah, so just to follow up with chat, yeah, we do have a Facebook group. It is a private group exclusively for the Wendibros, and yeah, join the cult of the Wendibro. Everyone's a bro, regardless if you're male, female, non-binary, doesn't matter. Everyone's a bro in the Wendibros. You can leave any time. So let's go to our supercomputer on the Spooky Scoopy. Let's zoom right in. Oh, if I can get it working right. All right, here it is. So we have our supercomputer right behind us. And
Nice.
yeah, use your imagination. So that right there, you know, the lady talking in the back, that is AI. I have her I decided to make AI manifest, and that's the tortured image of AI always filtering information for me. So
I didn't even notice that until you said something.
spooky, right? Spooky ooky. And then you have John and I. You know, our webcams are on the screen, so yeah, we're totally getting fancy out here. Yeah, window hose. I like the idea of window hose for the women. So all right, let's pull up our browser.
I don't think we can say that word. Only they can say that word.
Oh, okay. All right. So Wendibros and window hose. So I can't say that anymore. Yeah, you jump on there. We'll accept your request. We need spooky stories, and we really need guests on the show too. I definitely want to have more guests on the show for sure. All right. So let's see what we have here. We have our Reddit pulled up, Wendibros, TikTok. Okay, so here's one video. Let me go ahead and share my screen to John in Discord real quick. And if you are in the Discord, feel free to join the voice chat too, where we also have where you're allowed to come in and talk to us about any spooky things that have happened to you in the past. We'd love to hear about it. So this right here is the video that I'm talking about, one of them.
Now that's least. The face, people. It's up there again.
Sherry, come look at this.
There's a face. All right. Y'all see that? This is not an app. It's a face. Everybody's out here. Everybody's out here looking. We're coming out here to see. But I gotta get this. Y'all see that?
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Now, hold up. Let me zoom so everybody can see it. Hey, y'all need to call somebody. Yeah. Tell them we're out here, what we're looking at.
You need to call somebody.
You see it, right?
I mean, who the hell are you going to call?
Man, I can't call nobody. I'm on my damn phone.
911!
Somebody got another phone? I don't want to be the
I've dealt with that thing before.
All right, so I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta get.
As soon as the video started, it showed the moon. There wasn't anything there.
There's a dog.
Yeah.
The dog's tripping.
And then he zooms in.
Yeah, so I
and
get.
it's there.
So that's what I'm understanding. By the way, welcome to the chat, Brett. Yeah, the Ghostbusters. I don't know if that would be the Ghostbusters that can handle shit like that. I like one of the comments on there. Looks like the face from Prometheus. I agree with that too.
Yeah,
I do feel like it is a form of CGI if people really are freaking out about it. I think the thing that is a little bit weird, and unless they're really good with doing PNG images and filtering that stuff through. I don't know how good they would be about that. Let's look at another video of that too.
Tonight is that night. I said I was going to go out here and see if I could see this.
This one's 3 minutes. We probably won't watch the whole
Everybody's been
thing.
seeing. So this is not an app. Just to make sure y'all understand what I'm doing. I'm straight video broadcasting, stuff like that. You see
Stuff like that.
Is it still there?
I just feel like if it were me, my mind would be completely fractured from seeing something like that.
There
Like
it is.
so.
Yep.
I think it takes a certain level of
Yep.
stupidity to handle something like that.
I gotta sit still. It's cold out here.
The nose and everything.
That's huge. That's huge. There it is. God,
Gosh, the
hold up.
porcelain.
Hold up. Let's make sure I can get this.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I don't know if how I could handle that. I'd be like, well, I guess we are in the Truman Show.
Man, if
Massive.
something like that happened, now I think what's weird about it though is that like you can kind of see, the veins within the face as well too, which gives the illusion that it could be something dead in the sky. But if something like that happened to me, I wouldn't go to work because everything would be meaningless at that point. Like everything would just be
Right.
menial and trivial, and it just nothing has meaning anymore. We are very insignificant at that point. He do be straight.
And it definitely is interesting. It's just like,
There it is.
why can't we see it in the day?
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's an interesting
It's
point.
bigger
I
than
guess.
last night. Look at it. Look at it.
But I guess that's what they're saying with like the firmament. Of course, one of the comments in there
Go
is
inside and call somebody.
Project Bluebeam.
Go inside and call somebody.
We're Sims, and that's the person watching over us.
Dang.
Skip ahead just a little bit.
Look at it. It's looking right down at us.
I just like how they keep saying, "Call someone."
Somebody.
Call the news.
God's looking at us.
That's so funny.
Call the Wendibros.
Can't
That's what
see.
you need to call.
Here, go. Turn on the garage light. Turn on the garage light.
That's going to brighten
gosh.
it up out there.
The garage
Turn
door.
on the garage. Why are there pictures
tripping.
next to the?
Oh
Is he
my
just
God,
taking
I
like?
I guess he's
screenshots
screen
and
grabbing
frozen?
it. Yeah. The other thing too is that I guess if you were going to kind of suspend your imagination a little bit,
The face is turning. It's bigger than it was
I would
last night.
say at that point though, if you had a
So,
light cascading onto a
tonight is
head
that
like
night.
that, you would be able to. I guess if you look right there, you would see the veins and everything on there too. It looks very CGI to me.
Yeah, it does.
It does. That's just the weird. Unless it's some kind of filter, though, I just don't know how many people would be able to actively use that too. I'm trying to see. There was another video a little bit later on about the. There we go. So this one is this year.
February 28th, 29th.
Yeah, Wasabi. I think there was a
I've got
lady
better quality camera
doing that too.
to catch this thing in the sky. And holy moly, I am scared. I'm scared, but I'm not going to trip because
Guacamole.
I've been catching this thing for a while now.
This is the same
It's very
guy. Isn't it?
ominous.
Same guy, and then I
There
think there was
he is.
another one
There
too
he
with
is.
a woman.
There he is.
But why only him though? That's what I'm wondering.
There he
if
is.
that is it.
It's a huge face looking right down on us. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit brighter. There he is. There's the moon. Oh, I lost it. There it is. Let's see if I can get a better picture on the moon like it's supposed to. Is my hand in front of the thing or something? Alright, here we go.
You wonder what the light is on the other side. That's the moon. Duh.
No, there's
There it
like
is.
Yeah.
down on his chin.
Oh
You can
yeah,
see-
yeah. I
Yep,
do see
there it
that.
That
is.
little. It looks like
There it
fire.
Yeah,
The camera makes it so clear.
that's an
There it
airplane.
is. It is February 28th.
Oh, it's the concrete.
28th,
That's what it
29th. I
is.
have gotten
Yeah.
a better quality camera to catch this thing in the sky.
I don't know. I don't know. I think a cigarette. Yeah, it could be a cigarette in there too. Let's see here. I don't know if there's. I know I had another video of a woman on there too. Let's see here. Man next to moon. I think that might be the same guy there too.
Zoomed into the moon and saw this.
Oh, here's another one. Absolutely nothing. So, there you go. Which is about what my video turned up to whenever I actually tried.
Right.
I like the first comment. I doubt it's going to be there every night, bro. Well, where the hell would it go if that's the case? I don't know. It just
No, if
goes
it's
up.
not there during the day, it's got to go somewhere.
I don't know.
I mean, the moon's out in the day, and also if it was that,
Zoomed into the moon.
So, just so people are aware, the moon is reflecting light from the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's not glowing; it's just catching it. So, it would be very, very. I mean, you'd be able to see it. It looks like the face is behind the moon, and it's like the moon is like like illuminating it, but that is not how it would be. It would actually be eclipsing.
Yeah.
We would see like it would have a moon shadow on its face if it was legitimate, but it could be. Who knows? It could be.
I don't know. I mean,
Maybe
things are getting really weird out there too. I guess what they're also saying too is that the face is directly behind the moon, so that way if you were to, and I've heard some crazy theories too that why do we see clouds behind the moon? And I. I don't know why I talk about this.
We see clouds behind the moon.
That's what I've heard. Checkmate, but it's.
Well, that's fine. I mean, we do because they're still catching the light from the sun, but it's far enough. You can't see behind the moon.
Right. Yeah. and I think that's what they're saying though, is that you can go past the moon and see it. So if that's the case, then the moon really isn't as far as we predicted it to be. So I guess what they're saying is that this thing is behind the moon, and that their cameras are so good that it breaks into something to actually find it. Now the other theory that I've heard too is that with Samsung phones, I think now with the new phones you can actually have AI finish an image for you, so it could be that it's forming something on there. It's just the way that you could say that too, though, is if I don't think everybody would have the same thing forming on there either. I don't believe it. Christy and I, we went out there and we really, we hoped to God that we didn't see anything out there, because at that point, I'd be like, hey, guys, go look up, at the stars and everything. It's all pointless. That's what I would say. Everything's pointless at that point.
I think it's just somebody trying to get TikTok famous, because it's the same guy. He just having.
Well, and I couldn't find it on there, and I'll definitely try to a little bit more, and I'll post it into the Discord and on a few other pages too. I might even try to get it on our Facebook and everything too. There's a woman on there as well, and Christy and I watched that one together, and it was an older lady. Saying, I know that you all don't believe me, but here it is, and so I don't know. On that though, if we were, let's see, I can only find reaction videos on that too. So they wanted it to be.
Maybe it's a spaceship.
They covered it up. The mothership, quite literally, the mothership.
It's the fathership.
Hey, you never know. Never know.
This is true. It's the parent ship.
It's the parent ship. It's the parent trap, if you will. The other thing too, one, I don't believe it. I think that it could be filters or just an elaborate hoax or prank. The other thing that I would say too is, have you ever heard of Project Bluebeam?
I have not.
Project Bluebeam, I would say there's definitely truth in that, and at least in my opinion. And all it really is saying is that Project Bluebeam would be a government protocol to where they could project, an image in the sky and make it look incredibly realistic. And a lot of that's already being done now. Not necessarily Project Bluebeam, but if you go to like stadiums, and if you go to Vegas, some things in Japan with advertisements. I think one recently had everybody's minds exploding, and it was actually for the game Asgard's Wrath 2, and I think that they had that, and I'll pull up a clip of that too. And but in Vegas, they had an advertisement for Asgard's Wrath 2 where a pharaoh was coming out of a dimensional portal, and people were like, "This is the sign of the times. Get ready," and people went nuts over it. But it really was just an advertisement. So I guess what they're Stream Elements. Why are you talking about a poll? Stream Elements is drunk. So
it shows that there's a poll button.
So don't vote on the poll. So I guess what they're saying is that the government could potentially take that, which is not, if the government's going to take something advanced, they're going to take it. That's I don't care who you are, or what you believe, that's going to happen. So what they're saying though is that the government would take these advanced projection techniques and cast it into the sky, and they could do things like a lot of it says like they're going to showcase the second coming of Christ and it'll be a false flag. What I would believe that it would be is that it could showcase a false invasion. If they were going to do anything with it, and then potentially get us to turn on another country. I don't know. But I think if they were going to do something with it, it'd probably be more grounded in reality, and it could be something staged that they would do, because to me, I think the world is, definitely a stage. But let's see here. Project Bluebeam holograms. I'm trying to see. Okay, so that's the first thing that comes up.
Blue Balls.
Project Blue Balls. I don't want to listen to some dummy talk, though, besides myself. Adsgar's Wrath projection.
Hey, look, he's not a dummy. It says he's got wisdom.
Okay, you know what? Let's watch it.
Pay attention.
Pay attention.
Who remembers when we was talking about Project BB?
Oh, see? Project Blue Balls.
This is
I
a
love
realistic
Butterfinger BB.
hologram. It looks like a portal opened up in the middle of the sky.
Yeah. Probably drones.
Could this be a test run for Project BB? I'm just asking. Curious. And AI now is to the point to where it can deceive what you perceive with your two eyes. That's why we gotta look through our third eye. Now I want y'all to think about something real quick. Just
Why I
imagine
meditate.
that same hologram playing in the time of chaos. What would people think? How
You know what? I don't know if you've seen the TikTok. Wasabi sent it to me, but it's like, it's about hygiene in the past and about like imagine a bunch of people back in the Greek-Roman era all wiping doo-doo from their asses with the same sponge.
Like and follow for more wisdom. Stay tuned. Follow me on YouTube if y'all want the exclusive content.
Exclusive content. So yeah, he's banking off you. So I guess on that end though, I mean, yeah, the technology is definitely there to cast something in the sky and make it look fairly realistic. So I would go back to say if maybe there was any kind of validity to it, anything realistic about the man next to the moon, and we were going to say it's something a little bit sinister, a little bit weird, I would dare say it would probably be something more akin to like Project Bluebeam, if I had to guess anything. Now again, I don't think it's Project Bluebeam, but hologram in the sky, I would definitely wouldn't dispute that at all. And then of course maybe that's what they want you to think.
Well, I mean, shoot, you've seen some of these.
So this is in Dubai.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it definitely. I mean, it looks really good.
Yeah, it does. It's pretty.
Look, I'll believe it whenever pigs can fly, not whales. I
mean, you've seen those those. It's like those holographic billboards that they put on the side of buildings.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Those, like they can reach out. Yeah,
let me check here. Let's see here. There was a. Let's see here. Hologram billboards. Yeah.
I mean, you can see it looked like the curtain flipped around what the screen would be. So it's like
so I think that last part was edited in there, of course, but let's see here. I want to look at Michael Jackson's 2014. Here's another one. I like how the second comment is, "Are we ready to sound the alarm, Saints?"
I mean, artists can't just make something, can they?
No. So I mean, that can be done. So I mean, the technology is definitely there to do something like that, I would believe. Again, I don't think that it's to that extreme of the man next to the moon that we had seen, but again, I think the technology is absolutely there to do something pretty intricate. And I do believe, kind of like AI, AI is as good as you want it to be. But in the hands of somebody nefarious, they could probably do a lot of craziness with it. They could definitely wreak a lot of havoc with it for sure. A while back, there were videos of a guy filming giants. Supposedly, he was murdered by the powers that be. That actually did turn out to be fake. Just in the chat, he's actually still alive.
But did they sting him to death?
Did I say bees? Giants? Why would the giants?
Powers that be?
I got you. Hold on, real quick. Hold on.
Super good job.
There we go.
Ah.
We put it to use. Oh, yep, we got crickets in the chat. Okay, so going forward, I think no, we don't believe in the man next to the moon, but
it's good though.
It is a very intriguing watch for sure. I'm trying to see if I haven't. So this one right here, I thought was really, really interesting. So, and I think I just lost my camera. Let me just go back. Love technology, love it. So on that though, yeah, I did try my phone, by the way, John, and the quality was not good for some reason. So we're back to the DSLR and all my beautiful HD glory. So this one is it talks a little bit about interdimensional beings and how they're not so much aliens. Well, they're aliens to us, but they're interdimensional travelers and beings that don't come from space. It's just simultaneously, intersecting. So this is from an Art Bell call.
Employee. I was let go on a medical discharge about a week ago, and I've kind of been running across the country. Oh man, I don't know where to start. They're gonna. They'll triangulate on this position really, really soon.
So you can't spend a lot of time on the phone, so give us something quick.
Okay, okay, what we're thinking of as aliens are, they're extra-dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the space program made contact with. They are not what they claim to be. They have infiltrated a lot of aspects of the military establishment, particularly the Area 50
I think it's incredibly important to listen to the specific words that Grush uses. Grush never said extraterrestrial or alien. He said interdimensional. I think that that's incredibly important because those are the types of things that when we go in there, there's just certain things that I think that it's important that you guys listen to on that.
I'm going to get clarification.
Yes,
you said interdimensional. I mean, now, what does that term, is this something that bends time and space? What are you getting at?
I think that Grush, when I had talked to him on whether these were specifically extraterrestrials or alien in origin, he said interdimensional. He refused to use certain terms, and I think that's incredibly important because I think that that's really the question we're all wanting to know, right? And so I'm actually going to have a sit-down conversation with him and ask him to come back and talk to us directly because it seems that we are getting more information from the source than going into a skiff and then not being able to tell you guys what.
Is this stuff that we just as humans might not be able to understand if it's interdimensional?
I think that we can understand it. I think that it's just it's an approach, right? I mean, like, remember, we just now for the first time in history really had Congress have whistleblowers come forward credible that we're telling the entire world that there is something other than human life forms. Grush said that those were interdimensional beings. He refused to use extraterrestrial and alien. I think that's important to note.
Employee. I was.
Yeah, so I mean, again, what she kind of touched on too is how the government has released the fact that there are UFOs, out there, not necessarily, what we would consider, beings from space or anything, but just that there are UFOs. I will say that, it's, to me, the call is a little bit compelling, just for the fact that I think that he unless he's a really good actor, I thought that he sounded genuinely scared in that call. And he could be manic, but I don't know. The fact that there's coverage about it, it leads me to think that, that there's probably something to that video. And again, that's one of the few things that I can kind of buy would be
maybe. I don't know. All right, so if you wanted to get information out there, if you're afraid, you're trying to get information out to people, you would. I mean, he just spent a whole lot of time panting and crying. Like, if you think that they're going to triangulate your position from your cell phone that quickly, you would think you got a script. Like, you've got a planned everything you're going to say. You're going to say everything as fast as you can before you get cut off or before they come and find you. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I would say too, like if you were in a form of panic too, I mean, you're probably not thinking too well. Anyways, I don't know. I just but I agree with what you're saying that if they wanted us to hear something, or if they wanted somebody to hear something, or if it could have just been a guy doing again an elaborate hoax, I agree with that too. But maybe the smart thing to do is get it out there so that way they can't get you. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
And on that end too, I mean, it did go so far as that there was media coverage on it, and even a government official trying to do. We'll have to do a little more digging into that for sure, and I'll try to post a lot of that in there too. The majority of people fall apart when they're scared. I agree with that.
That's true.
And yeah, I mean that's true. I think that you're not really thinking clearly in general on that end too. So if we think that somebody's after us, especially the government, you're probably going to think that they're triangulating on you for sure. I don't know. The moon one, not so much, but that one I can kind of get behind it. And it's weird, because I just with all the talks of suddenly like interdimensional beings, people saying, "Oh, I saw interdimensional beings," and I know people say that all the time, but it's like, I can't help but to think that maybe there is something to it, to where they're gearing us up for something like that, and then whenever we talk about, well, things aren't quite how I remember it, or I don't remember it happening this way, and we go into Mandela effects, and don't get me wrong, I do believe that Mandela is mass gaslighting. And I think that they're able to manipulate our information very quickly, very easily, and frighteningly so. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't. Out of all the things that are wacky out there, for some reason, parallel dimensions, don't really. Yeah, I don't know. I can kind of buy into the idea.
Oh yeah,
of interdimensional beings on that too. So let's see.
Oh, I'm with you on that. I do too.
All right. Let's see here. So talking about that too. So we can just bounce off of that too and talk about it. So this is one thing. I think this was in the news.
I don't want to say too much because I don't want to show up missing, as they say.
So just to be clear, with political affiliations aside and everything, Fox technically franchises out a lot of news on there too. So if you see Fox, don't take that to heart. Just like certain NBC stations and CNN stations, and it's all out there. So I mean, we have an NBC station down here, but just wanted to clear that up.
Miami police are clearing up.
What's with the air quotes?
Because you'll see. They're clearing up a conspiracy theory about...
Right. And I don't mean to keep stopping this video. The other thing I wanted to touch on is that a lot of people in the comments were talking about the gentleman's hand, the other news anchor, being white where he is black.
Oh.
And that was one thing I noticed too. Well, I actually did some research into it. So before anybody goes to look at his hands, he actually has vitiligo. So I did research that beforehand.
Right.
So he does have vitiligo, and he actually uses the makeup for his face and head too to help cover it up.
You researched that hand beforehand.
I did.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna give you a hand.
We're all about having fun, but there has to be some truth to some things. I don't want everybody to go, he's a lizard person. All right.
An invasion. So this happened on New Year's Day. A large police presence caught on video. Now look at this. This was supposed to be for a fight in a mall. Look at all of these police officers that showed up. This video posted online. Eventually it came out maybe it was due to an alien sighting. That's what people in the mall were saying, claiming it was due to an alien sighting in the area. But what really happened? Look at all these police cars. Later on, police said it was a group of about 50 teenagers that started what they called a riot in the mall, setting fireworks and looting. The alien in this video was, they said, just a really tall person walking. Well, if there were 50 teens looting and setting off fireworks in the mall, where's the video of that? Ooh. There is not one video online. If I'm wrong, at me. I'll stand up. At me. There is not one video of 50 teenagers. Every time they get wild in Chicago, you see it on the news. You do. Every time they get wild in San Francisco or San Diego or wherever, in one of those sand cities in California, saying that they're smashing and grabbing everything they can see. Right. There's video all over the place. Where is the video of people setting off fireworks in the mall?
And it's a mall. They have mall surveillance video. Where is the video?
Just show me one.
Just one.
Just show me one video. Just they can't do it. And you know why?
Why?
I mean, they make a good point.
What did happen?
I was actually going to stop. Yeah, so I think that they're absolutely, and again, God bless them for actually having some journalistic integrity in a time that we really don't. Where is the footage of that, and why the hell would you need basically a small army to go in there and handle kids fighting?
Yeah, where's the police cam footage?
Yeah. Where's any footage?
They're in Miami.
And it kind of reminds me, because I think that we had talked a little bit about it. If there's all these things happening, then where's all the video footage of it? I think so you get a blurry ass video of Bigfoot every now and then, and again, that to me is absolutely fake. But I think when things really do happen, I think the government is typically right on top of that, and they're filtering that information out through there very quickly. So you have an entire mall of people claiming that there were these extremely tall individuals that could have been interdimensional, and then essentially a small army out there to try to control these individuals. It doesn't make it. For a fight with kids, that doesn't make any sense. And so, I agree with them. Like, where the hell is the footage for that?
10-foot beings. People say, people in the mall. Now, here is what's
interesting.
Here
we go.
There are a lot of people who are on TikTok saying, I was in the mall. I saw the chaos after. The people are saying, I took video of all the people running in the mall when we were trying to get out, because, once you see people running, you're supposed to run too. Their videos are gone. Everybody on TikTok who was in the mall is saying, I was taking video. I didn't know what was happening. The videos are not on my phone.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying, what if they were remotely white?
And see, that is very brave of her to say.
Too much. Because I don't want to show up missing, as they say.
Yeah, you gotta let me know. This.
Okay, go ahead.
If it was an alien walking down the street, where's the video of that?
People who are saying they took videos, the videos are no longer on their phones. The videos are no longer on their phones.
Why would they go to the mall again?
The coordinates to the mall, if you put them in reverse, take you to Antarctica. Maybe they mixed up the coordinates and they popped up in Miami instead.
You be the judge. Now, I think we did talk a little bit about that, though, during the Miami thing, was that I think that, no matter, really wherever you're at, it goes to the other side of the world, so I think that the coordinates really don't mean a lot, in my opinion. But on that end though, a lot of valid points in there too.
Wait a minute. Hold on. No, the coordinates. If she said if you swap them,
yeah,
because it's not on the other side of the world from Miami. I mean, you know what I mean?
Didn't we talk about that last time though?
We did. It did come up last time. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't remember what it was about.
We were talking about how it's a grid system, and yeah. Well, again, I don't really feel like there's a lot to that. I mean, maybe they were trying to land in Antarctica. We did find the bubble in the Google Maps version that we were looking at, and we couldn't figure out. John, you need to watch our past streams to look for any consistency and.
Apparently.
So we actually found a bubble in I believe our last stream out there too, which I think John and I speculated that it could have been a greenhouse or a dome to let light in. And that was within because I think we were trying to say, has anybody actually been to the South Pole? And we were actually able to show that there has been people that been to the South Pole, and that we were able to show that. That there are people currently there and bases there too. So, but there was a dome, and I think all three of us were like, "Well, what the hell is that thing?"
Oh yeah, I remember that. You said bubble. I didn't. Think dome. I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, so there was a dome there, and so maybe that's where they were trying to go to.
Maybe. I mean, if they're there, they have to have to be in some kind of facility to keep out the cold to stay warm. I mean, it's just crazy.
Let's see here. I'm trying to see. I have the video footage of the Miami Mall, where it's supposedly from the Miami Mall.
What if the aliens are trying to do global warming so that they can melt Antarctica and get to their stuff that they've hidden there?
I don't know. What would you do? What if they just left something very, very meaningless there? Like it was just Orthop. I left my Galaxy Watch. In the polar ice caps. It's been 1,000,000 years, and we're just going to melt the polar ice caps now.
Gordon, have you seen my charger for my phone?
So let's just let's flood the world, and we'll dive down and find it. Welcome to the chat, Selena's Floor. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to stream. I think you're a first timer with us. So this right here, I think, what they're saying is that this could have, just to be very clear, this could have easily been edited. But they're saying that this is real footage of a dimensional portal opening in the Miami Mall. And this is the one that I've actually seen floating around quite a bit.
You remember... You remember that one video that we watched that one time, and it was the woman in the plane, and it was the person in the plane, and they were looking out the window, and they saw that thing come up, and you saw something that looked kind of like that, only it was like black smoke.
Yeah.
You remember? It shot down in that spiral.
Well, yeah, and to bounce off of that too, though, we talked a little bit about, because I think you had even mentioned. Well, if it came up to there, where's all the cell phone videos of that? You actually made that comment during that stream too. Again, I think what we may be seeing is that they're saying, okay, let's give them this much. That way they don't question as much. Let's filter it all out. So that way we give them a grain of truth. They'll eat that, and then they'll feel like, oh, I've won. I've got you now. It could be something to that effect. But yeah, that right there, because I think what I had whenever I'd shown you all that, they actually did find out that there was no editing involved. It was I think they called it with the most compelling UFO video. And then I think I'd even read that they were blaming Elon Musk for it too.
Okay.
I'm glad I pronounced your name correctly. Very happy to do that. So reading.
What was that other Miami video that was you had pulled? It was right next to it, and it looked like a alien running through the mall.
Where was that at?
I don't know.
Oh, I think let me check here.
The one you just it was the one you just had pulled up.
Yeah, I'm sure that was probably just this one.
What is that?
Now that is real right there with all the cop cars out there.
Yeah.
Why the hell would you have that out there with?
I mean, yeah, what is that thing walking, you know? Is it weird that it looks like the Doctor Strange thing, too? I mean, you know, his portals.
What if it was a Marvel movie promo for the new Doctor Strange? I could believe that. Project Blue Beam. Blue Beam. Yeah, Wasabi, I did not see the creature in the first part either.
Yeah, I think that was just a...
Yeah. What if it's the Terminator?
Well, he did say he'd be back.
He did. Yeah, it does kind of look like very Doctor Strange-ish. Okay, I don't believe that at all.
It looks cool, but...
It does look cool, but that's very clearly CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely not legit. They did a good filtering job, I'll give them that much.
Yeah. Even the shadow looks good.
You know what it reminds me? There's a... what's that movie? It's the one where they all have to be quiet.
Oh, yeah. Quiet Place.
Quiet Place, yeah.
Quiet Place. That was I love that movie. Yeah.
I did not like that movie.
You didn't?
Did not care for it.
I did.
So, I guess going off of, I guess we're doing interdimensional talk tonight. I guess talking a little bit about that and bouncing off that. So, in a way, I think if you kind of remember before, like the UFO reveals that the government did, they kind of had a build up to it. There was all these alien sightings suddenly and things going on, and I think there were sightings in France and England and Mexico, places that never happened before. And now they're actually saying, oh yeah, UFOs, totally a thing, But again, just to be clear, UFO does not necessarily mean extraterrestrial being coming from the sky. It could just be a ship or a plane or a flying vehicle that we don't know what it is. So let's see here. It's probably just an art piece, but it's pretty cool. I dropped a link in the voice chat. It's supposedly a guy in the future. Huh. Okay, let's see if we can pull that up.
Yeah, check it out. See what's up. I mean, think about how many rich people there are that has so much money they just don't know what to do with. I bet some of them are like, hey, let's see if we can build us a spaceship. Maybe some of them actually, made some cool stuff.
Okay.
Who knows?
Is this him, Wasabi? Is that what we're talking about? Okay. Just click any video, I'm assuming? Okay. It's very fast. I don't know.
I was exploring a little town near New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Until I suddenly got lost in...
Start from the beginning? Okay.
Help me. I guess the very first video.
Dumbest thing I've ever done. If this is who I'm thinking of, this guy actually is a film major. And I've actually looked into him too. But he actually is very good at editing. And he was actually able to edit most of the people out of this too, and I think a lot of it's been debunked on that end too. Just a very, very good editor. I would say a lot of this is pretty easily obtainable. If he's saying that he's there and there's nobody there, I've been to plenty of gas stations where you don't see a soul out there.
Got to kind of go at 3:25 in the morning.
Is that what it said? 3:25 in the morning?
No, I'm just.
No, I mean you're probably right though.
No, I mean when we went to Minneapolis, we drove. Like it, I mean, there just gets to be a time of night that there's barely any people on the road. I mean,
yeah, no, I can tell you, being out there in rural areas, especially in Alabama, like there's not a soul out there sometimes, and it's it can be unsettling for sure.
Yeah, right.
He also puts a bunch of codes in his posts. It's cool watching people decode them.
Right, yeah, I was seeing all that, but I wonder what.
Yeah.
I don't know what it means.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's interesting. I just
It involves talk of alien sightings at Bayside Marketplace. On New Year's Day, there was a massive police response in downtown Miami. More than 50 young people armed with sticks began fighting. Police say juveniles were also setting off fireworks, causing chaos.
So now people are posting online saying that police weren't there to handle a group of rowdy teens, but rather 8 to 10 feet tall, shadowy.
Okay, so you can definitely see it right there.
A big creature could be seen standing in front of the entrance to.
That definitely doesn't look like a child with a stick.
Today, the phrases
No.
Miami Mall and aliens of Miami have been among the top 10 searches on Twitter's trending tag. Twitter, of course, now called X. And Google News even has several reports questioning the event.
That's very clearly AI, by the way.
Yeah.
Just to be clear. That way nobody
yeah.
thinks that we're pushing that.
No, but I mean, what would that be? Unless it's a stunt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which it could be a stunt, but really, why were there? I like the comment they're trying to distract from the Epstein lists.
Man, you ain't kidding about that.
That's
do.
That's just what the comments say.
Yeah. I just there probably is. I mean, there is some distraction there, for sure.
Oh, I don't know. We all want to.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. I thought that was the old lady video. That was just fireworks in the background.
I heard it.
So I guess wrapping up. Okay, sorry. I had one more. Do you remember the video of the lady on the plane screaming? That motherfucker back there, he ain't real. She went viral.
No, I don't think so.
Oh no, I'm sure you. Okay,
maybe. I don't know. It didn't.
Let's see her.
But I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real. Say whatever you want. I'm telling you, I'm getting the off.
This looks like a really bad trip.
Off and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two fucks. But I am telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real. And you can
Is
stay
he?
on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to. And there's a reason why I'm getting the off and everyone.
Why does she keep walking back and
believe it
forth?
Or they cannot believe it. I don't give two fucks. But I am telling you.
Yeah, it's a repeat. Okay, so I guess whenever I really dug into her and tried to figure out what was what she could have potentially seen, she did eventually come out and release a statement saying that she was I guess she had her medication adjusted and that could have been a thing too. But I think the thing that is weird though is that a lot of the times if you disrupt a flight like that. They'll usually take you in. For her, they did not take her in. It could have been because she was actually having like a true medical emergency with mental health.
Right.
But again, all theories and speculations as to what actually happened on that too. Going so far as saying that she was paid to say that, and then that it was just some just a big misunderstanding too. Now, I will say, in the news here lately, you start seeing more and more incidences, or more and more incidences. Well, I can't talk tonight with planes. I think just last week there were 2 pilots that both fell asleep, and the plane went off the trajectory. There's been crashes, pieces of the planes falling off during mid-flight, and footage of it.
I've been hearing and seeing about that.
You know,
It's kinda weird.
so it is really weird, and suddenly, like, you know, the safest form of travel, as I like to call it, is no longer exactly entirely safe. So I don't know. You know, it's for that it could have been something. You know, she could have just been having a mental break. You know, I can tell you, being stuck on a flight is not the most easing thing in the world. You don't feel I don't feel comfortable whenever I'm flying. So
yeah,
she was inebriated. Like
she
did
sound inebriated.
Yeah. Let's see here. So this one is a more recent one that I found back in January.
Look at everyone filming, man.
What the hell is that?
I don't know.
Yo. Move out of the way. I'm trying to see an alien.
Yo!
An old dude.
It looks like a peanut.
Gosh.
I have no idea. So again, it just seems like everything with flights, it's just kind of going nuts these days. If you have to flight, make sure you pay a premium price and get on a nice plane. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. So I guess going back to interdimensional beings, you know, I don't know. I think that there's probably definitely something there. You know, I think that they could possibly be gearing us up for something and trying to make us a little more comfortable within that realm of weirdness that is there. All right, moving on past interdimensional, extra-dimensional beings. It's like, no, I got it back up. Thank you, though. Am I still
aliens?
Playing? Aliens. All right. Trying to see if there's anything else that I. So this one could be potentially controversial. So, and let me just be very clear, and I think I was talking to John before we even went live with the stream, is that, you know, I typically approach most things with a non-bias. I have no political affiliation. And I truly mean it, I'm about as middle of the road as you could possibly be on that end too. And I'm pretty thankful that, you know, we have John and Michael in here and me, and we can usually be pretty civil on things. And the only reason I say that is that there's a few warnings before I get into this. So one thing I'm going to touch on is Bohemian Grove and how that's actually gaining relevance again. So Bohemian Grove was an incident that was denied by government officials for a very long time until Alex Jones was actually able to blow the lid on him. And there's no, again, you know, whether you like him or not, it is all very true. I want to say that was within 1997, 1996, and that was during the Bush administration, where Alex Jones himself was actually more liberal. So on that end, though, he was able to blow the lid on Bohemian Grove and prove that it did exist. And what it essentially accused, you know, billionaires and politicians of was that they were going out in the woods and basically participating in what can only be seen as a fraternity of men that perform mock sacrifices. And it was in fact true, and I think Alex Jones said, you know, no, they're not actually killing anybody there, but they are stuffing like effigies of children, effigies that are in the shape of children with sticks, and then they'll set that on fire. There's been here lately, and I'm not sure, are you familiar with Kenneth Copeland?
No, but I have heard of this Bohemian Grove. I have heard of that and know about that, but no, I don't know about.
So Kenneth Copeland is a televangelist, and not a great guy. Supposedly his voice is what you hear on there, but it's actually not Kenneth Copeland from the digging that I did. It was Walter Cronkite, which I tried to say that can't be true because he was dead whenever this was all filmed. I guess what they're doing is actually listen to a recording on that end too. So, but have you seen the Bohemian Grove footage?
No, I don't think so. I've seen pictures and I've seen about it, but I don't think I've ever.
Yeah. So the Bohemian Grove, footage. It's weird. I'm not gonna lie. So just
oh yeah,
just to kind of give you a heads up, I'm gonna play it. It's weird. It's just really really strange. The reason why I say that Bohemian Grove is suddenly gaining relevance today is that, and I stumbled upon this, and now what I thought was just going to be, something small, it's gaining a lot of traction and steam. And that was an MMA fighter that I'd never even heard of before named Ryan Garcia. And apparently he was kidnapped, and I won't get into the details of it, and I'm not even sure if I'll play that footage. But they took him to Bohemian Grove recently, and they exposed him to some very, some depraved shit. And there's even speculation that it might have been Diddy who did it, and I don't know if, and this is a weird rabbit hole that we're going down, but have you heard about Diddy here lately and how he's basically getting completely canceled and just drugged now? Drugged through the cold.
No. So I haven't heard about him in a long time.
Yeah. Well, thank you for tuning in, Selena. So in Wasabi, yes, the Illuminati himself. So Diddy is a very nefarious individual, and there's a lot of reports coming forward that he has been basically running a scheme to where basically every rapper in the game has had to perform certain things on him and do things for him, and it's getting exposed, and he is in the process right now of I think going into arraignments for that too. Again, don't come after me, Diddy. But it's not looking good. So apparently that
talking about speculations.
Yeah,
speculations.
But it's so apparently he could have been behind this, but Ryan Garcia was apparently exposed to some pretty awful things. And within Bohemian Grove, kidnapped and taken there, and then he went on. And this guy I cannot stand. His name is Andrew Tate, and I think that Andrew Tate, just to be clear, I think is a total asshat. And I know I try to say I'm not biased, but he is. He's a total asshat. Just sort of a misogynist, Proud Boy type. I'm not a fan of Andrew Tate, but I guess they were friends, and I guess he went on X to tell his story to Andrew Tate, and it was like an emergency situation, and that was one of the few times I've ever heard Andrew Tate kind of like shut up and be like, hey, be careful what you're saying, and I have to be very careful what I'm saying, and he actually didn't really have much of an opinion on it. In fact, he sounded pretty frightened on that end too.
Oh yeah. Huh.
So I don't know, so again, see, terrible man, yeah, he's, not, Andrew Tate's, yeah, I don't like Andrew Tate.
Look, there ain't nothing political about it. If you're
no, there's nothing political. I guess if you're listening to this, again, we don't support it. And let me just go ahead and speak on Mikey's behalf too. He doesn't support Andrew Tate either. So I think it's pretty unanimous. So on that end, though, this guy went on there to tell Andrew Tate about what had happened to him, and it actually shuts Andrew Tate up. And what they're saying, though, is that the very next day, I guess he said, I have this all on my cell phone, I'm going to expose it. And I guess he uploaded the footage, and then miraculously, which again, this is all theory and speculation, I don't necessarily believe this, but he uploaded the footage, which caused Facebook and Instagram to shut down the very next day, which we actually just had that outage on Facebook and Instagram, which Wasabi actually said, hey, is your Facebook working? No, it wasn't at the time. Again, I think that's more in the realm of hacking. Which we'll talk a little bit. Yeah, maybe, and maybe there's truth to this. And this thing has gone so far though to where social media is blowing up to the extent to where they're saying that, you know, in a panic mode, they went ahead and rapidly announced the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight to detract away from Ryan Garcia's fight. And in fact, I think I might have said it wrong that he was an MMA fighter. I think Ryan Garcia is a boxer. So to show you a little bit about Bohemian Grove, let's go ahead.
There's a photograph of it's Ronald Reagan with Herbert Walker Bush and a couple other people all standing around, and it's like these are the people that used to hang out at this place, and they would put on robes and they would worship an owl god and they would burn an effigy. Alex snuck in and made video footage of this.
And the video footage captured of Bohemian Grove is so bizarre, it's hardly even believable. Rogan dives deeper into the oddities of these strange meetings.
And then no one's denying that it's real. This really did happen. So they're in with these bankers and former presidents, and they're dressed like druids, and some guy brings over something it's an effigy that's supposed to be a body, a wrapped up effigy. It's also a bunch of sticks in a blanket, but it's like shaped like a body. Yeah. And then they drop it on the fire, and they're all worshiping an owl god.
But Duncan pushes back on Rogan's take and doesn't believe it's as evil as people are making it out to be.
I don't think it's fair, necessarily, to tell people they can't worship an owl or burn an effigy in front of an owl in some kind of symbolic magical ritual that represents the disintegration of your negative energy or whatever it may be. I really don't know. Again, I don't know what's going on at the Bohemian Grove, but from what I've heard, it's basically a summer camp for billionaires where they try to get artists in there to like loosen them up a little bit. That's what I've heard. I could be wrong.
Now, accepting of Duncan's point, he does react to some strange audio that was captured from the Grove.
People don't care that all the wind that summer sets us free.
And now they're lighting the effigy on fire, and everybody's cheering.
And Rogan gives his take on why he thinks they're doing it.
When you see something like that, well, maybe it's like fun that they do it, that nobody knows they do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like maybe it's like one of those rituals where you get together, your dad thinks it's hilarious, and you both put your hoods on, you go out there and you burn the owl, or you burn sticks in front of the owl. And what's fun is that you're not supposed to be doing it, and it's a secret, but nothing really is happening. That's also on the table.
Yeah.
It's possible, but it's weird, man. There's a photograph of it's Ronald.
Yeah, so I mean, I agree with both those perspectives.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I think that there's definitely a fraternity to that as well too.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm trying to see.
They're just gone out of their minds, you know.
Yeah.
It's like
That's
Burning,
only the
it's like
feeder
Burning
group.
Man. You go to
So
Burning
I'm sitting
Man,
there during the
go to
ritual,
Woodstock,
and I'm like, hey, this is
you
pretty
go to-
cool. The dude goes, shut up, I'll kill you. And they're all taking it very seriously. And this hearse comes in with the body of a child. It is an effigy.
The only thing I will say,
It's just a
though, that
bundle of
separates it
stuff.
from like
Yeah,
something
well,
like
it looks
Burning
like a kid.
Man
No, later,
is that they
others
adamantly
infiltrated later
denied
that worked
this
there
ever
got us
being
photos
real.
of it. So image
Right,
kid.
right. Yeah, that's
biblical is
I
they sacrifice
it's because
the
It's a bull, but they do it.
I mean, I'm
now.
sure
They
it's
don't
embarrassing
do
to
it.
be found out.
That's from the Bible. Is you would sacrifice a child.
They
to Moloch.
give not your children to the fires of Moloch. And then they got this ritual.
Trying to see right here. And then I think this is where somebody, because apparently you can go there. You can go there and actually look at
an owl
it.
statue. Holy fuck!
I would definitely like to go see it. I'm not even gonna lie.
Dude, I'm actually
here.
This is insane. No way. Bohemian Grove. I made it.
Yeah, from what I gather with Saudi, you have to sneak in, but I doubt it'd be that hard if anybody's just kind of going there.
What the fuck?
I mean, it's weird shit. Like, no matter what.
Yeah.
This is fucking cool.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
Said it was hollow.
Yeah.
Huh.
They need to fill this pond up. They do. Yeah, that's the owl. A bunch of ferns have grown on it.
How did he know that was there?
It's almost like he's been there before. Yep. So I guess going into it, and let's see here. See if there's anything before I click that. I do want to say, a little bit of a trigger warning. I believe it's all bleeped out with the Ryan Garcia talking to Andrew Tate thing, but I do want to give you a heads up just in case. It does have some pretty dark subject matter. Again, it could be something manic. He could be going through, a very weird period in his life, and he could just be having a panic attack. Or the one thing I will say, and in fact, well, that's really weird. It's not on here anymore. So, okay, that's really weird. Okay, well, I'll talk about it then, because I remember it. But I'll go ahead and play this video, but just fair warning, a little bit of a trigger warning.
Are you guys ready for this?
No.
Yeah, we're ready, bro.
And take it with a grain of salt.
I am in the right mindset. See, now you're going to make them think I'm not, though. You're doing something that's not, it's not right. Just because I'm exposing everybody and I can't be touched.
Stop. Hang up.
No, I'm not.
Hang up.
Nope. Just because I'm telling the truth, I'm finally the only one telling the truth about everybody, right? And because I have the information. Nope, I'm not going to stop. Can you get out of here?
What information, Ryan, are you talking about, bro?
I have every information on everybody. Ask me any question.
Yeah, like what specifically are you referring to? A couple of tweets. You talked about Bohemian Grove. You talked about...
So look it up.
No, I agree with you. I know.
No. So what happens at the Bohemian Grove? I'm curious.
That's where the elites meet.
Okay. Is that not true?
Yes, true. Yeah.
So have I said one lie? That's all I'm asking.
Well, I mean, but it's common knowledge at this point, though.
Yeah, no.
Okay, then. So, I couldn't go live on my own shit. Thank God you called. Right? Praise Jesus. Bro. Oh, see? Can you close that real quick? Because it's too loud. Okay. Can you invite more people?
Yeah, I'm getting them up right now.
Get them up. Yo, Ryan, what's up, brother?
Ask me the question. Any question you have. I just want to hear questions. That's all. I just want to hear questions.
You're 100% fighting Haney, yeah? Like, no pull-ups.
Yes, of course.
Okay, that's not the video I had. But it looks like they're not there.
Changed it.
I mean, it's pretty weird. I'm not gonna lie. I did have every video that saved, and in fact, I had it all saved in a very in order.
Right here.
So let's see here. Garcia, Andrew Tate. I hope that doesn't pull up. I hope that doesn't put Andrew Tate in my algorithm.
Right.
So trigger warning, by the way.
Is this it?
In the woods, bro, and they hide.
Yeah.
I'm not joking, bro. I have proof, bro. I don't give up. Bro, I will show you every video you could ever believe. Bohemian Grove is real. They tied me down, and they made me watch, dog. I absolutely don't give up anymore. Yes, I lost it. They're being little kids.
Come on, fuck this side, dude.
Bro, this dude, dude.
Who?
Bro, you know the higher elites, bro. You already know who they are, bro.
You know the path you're going down is dangerous, my friend.
I don't give up. They can't touch me. I'm a god.
That's the first point of contention, because I care about you a lot, and I can assure you from my own personal experience that they can touch you, which is the worst part
they
about it.
can't, bro. All right, so come touch me, you fucking...
You have proof of these things you have proof of this on your phone?
Yes, of course I do. What the fuck are you talking about? Of course. If Alex could get a fucking video from the Bohemian Grove, of course I could.
Well, I have to be careful what I say because I'm in the middle of a judicial process right now.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. I thought he was detained.
No,
everybody know how this is gonna go. First, they gonna...
So, I think the first comment was, "Are you eating in the background?" Yes, I clicked a terrible video of somebody eating in the background of the damn video, so can't take that very seriously. I definitely feel like there's some delirium there, and I think what we touched on initially was that whenever you're panicked, you'll say a lot of crazy things. I think one thing on there that I heard him say was that he was God.
He was God. Yeah.
So again, take it all with a lot of with a grain of salt. The thing that I will say that is very strange about it, though, is so that after every bit of that, and I can't find the video, there was another video of him actually sitting there, and he said, "Hey, I've just been I've been detained. They've taken my cell phone. They've taken everything away from me. I have no access to talk to my family." So he had a friend video him and send it to his family and let him know that he's okay, and that they had deactivated all his social media accounts because his family was unable to find him, and I think he was in a different part of the world. So then he comes back, and I guess this is him saying that it was all made up and that he was trolling. I'll just play the video.
Look, guys, I understand that everybody's concerned, but at the end of the day, I got to address some things. 99% what I'm doing is trolling. I'm running, 8 miles right now at 6 in the morning. Like, you don't have a six-pack if you're drinking every day and smoking, and just being an idiot doesn't produce strength. Hard work does. So today, I won't say there won't be any trolling, but you're gonna get a little insight into all the hard work I do. Love, guys. Peace.
Just a really weird video to me, because I mean, like, why would you troll about something like that? Like, why would you even think that was a joke? And don't get me wrong, I'm not naive to the point to where there aren't some very sick individuals out there, but I just felt that found that very strange.
He could. I mean, if it seems like you said this was getting big again, like it.
Yeah.
So he could have genuinely just been jumping on the bandwagon trying to.
And I didn't really look at it that from perspective either, though. He could have just been jumping on the bandwagon. And shit, maybe he was trolling Andrew Tate. Maybe he was. Maybe he was.
There were a whole bunch of non-answers. That's all he gave was non-answers.
No, you're absolutely correct. So.
He's like, I answer any question. You tell me. You give me a question, I'll answer it.
I think now, and that I was looking into like his Twitter account or X or whatever. I think that what they're saying is that he's having a Kanye moment, and now he's saying that June 6th will be a major earthquake, and the craziest thing to me is that people are really buying into this guy. I don't doubt the fact that maybe he saw something fucked up, and he may have gotten fucked up, and decided to contact Andrew Tate, but maybe not to the extent of what he was thinking. He may have just stumbled in the woods and opened up his browser history, and then perceived that as being something crazy or weird. I don't know. I just think it's weird that these things always circle back, because now Bohemian Grove is back in the news. It's being talked about again, and I guess it's never going to go away whenever you have a bunch of billionaires and politicians burning effigies. That's probably going to be with you for a long time. So release the Epstein list. So, but yeah, I just thought that whole thing, from a conspiracy standpoint, I found it to be pretty interesting.
It is.
I think it's the thing that gets to me is just like, man, like, you have to be a real asshole to troll something like that, though. That's really dark territory. My mind, even joking, wouldn't go to something like that. So, I think it's funny. I'm not going to play that video. I don't even know why I saved it, but there was a really stupid guy talking about that too, and I shouldn't say things like that. But it was, I guess that Drake Bell is coming forward to talk a lot about that stuff too, and how he was conditioned. But but even Drake Bell was arrested for being inappropriate with minors and stuff too, and actually admitted to it. So I don't know. I think the grand summary here is that Hollywood is really weird, and you should just stay away from Hollywood. So,
yeah.
Don't aspire to be an actor. Don't just join the cult of the Wendibros. We're a lot cooler than Bohemian Grove. So
yeah.
Trying to see if I have anything else on that end. Nothing on that. So I was gonna let you. Hopefully you'll laugh about as hard as I do at this one. I cracked up. I think I might even be the first comment on there.
Get your ass in here and sit down. I just heard something rather damn disturbing. Seems to me, no, it ain't no seems to me, dead ass serious. You can look it up. A certain food establishment that all of us used to eat at, and they got a big ass yellow letter M on their sign.
Who could she be alluding to?
McDowell's.
I just found out the most disturbing shit
it's
about
a great movie.
people. They have contracts with so many local hospitals. My thing is, why? They damn sure don't feed you that when you in there. I done been in there. I done had kids. I had 5 girls. I ain't never had a Big Mac or a damn double cheeseburger for lunch. So why do y'all have contracts with all these hospitals? I'll tell you why. Unlimited supply.
That kills me.
Unlimited supply.
That's how they get their
unlimited supply.
And y'all thought we was crazy.
Yes.
And I dare you to fact check. Fact check me. Go fact check
I did.
me and bring your ass back to the comments, and I bet you can't say I'm lying.
Where the Mac
Fact
sauce
check.
come from?
Because
it's so
there's
hard to
a
find people
hospital over
named
here in
Mac.
Tampa, which is 45 minutes away from me, that the citizens are begging the hospital to drop the contract with them. What's going on? What the hell is going on?
Does it have anything to do with the Ronald McDonald House Foundation?
Well, you know, and that's exactly what
And then
it
you
is.
think about it. All the people that pass away in the hospital that don't have anybody to come collect.
Grandma, you're a Whop or what is it? Whopper's Burger King. Isn't it?
That's what she. Yeah, that's what she said. She said, "I ain't never had them bring me a Whop." Oh, Whop and lie. Unlimited supply.
Unlimited supply.
I mean, that's just.
I love.
I mean, it's funny.
I love her face too, man, because she's like, I got you. Checkmate. I wrote on there, Harold, have you seen Margaret since she went to the hospital? And I put, no, Susan, but this Big Mac tastes great.
That's hilarious.
You know, I started thinking about milk sauce whenever you said that. And it was just like, why does McDonald's got so many contracts with the sperm bank? Go and look up where sperm come from. I'll wait. Come back to the comments. Did you go? I made you look at a penis.
That's
I love the conviction that she has, though. I mean, like, it's just, but yeah, so, you know, the reason why McDonald's has a lot of contracts with the Ronald McDonald House, or is that, you know, the reason they have so many contracts with the hospital is because of the Ronald McDonald House, you know, because they try to do as much as they can with that. Now, why are people voting them out to get them out of there? Well, because a lot of the funding is not going to the patients. That's the reason. Yeah. So.
That makes sense.
Yeah, a lot of the funding is not going. So what would you do? You would vote them out. I like the third comment. Whose McRib have I been eating?
Whose McRib I've been eating? That's funny.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
McRibs.
I ain't never had no double.
You know what else have ribs? Look it up. I'll wait in the comments.
Fact check me.
Fact check me. Motherfucking humans got ribs. The McRib is not even a real rib. It's
yeah, I know.
Now that would be a question. What the hell is a McRib?
Well, you know what? That's all these. I'll tell you what. All these people who've been saying McDonald's don't have real meat. It ain't real meat. Well, she's saying it is. She's saying it's real meat.
I mean, that would actually prove McDonald's correct. That's a very good point. You know, yes, it's 100% real meat, human. Yeah,
yeah.
All them people that die in the hospital, what happened to them? Well, they either get cremated or they get donated. Oh, where do they get donated to?
Meet the parents.
Whose ashes are these? The ashes. What do you think they use Ovaltine for?
The chocolate fudge syrup.
Yeah, man, that one killed me. Just
that was funny. That was funny.
And people are buying it too, man. Like people are buying it.
Everybody wants to believe something funny.
Yeah, I know. Camera went out.
Oh, snap.
Technology. Let's see here. I think that's about all I have on my end. Let's see. I think we got a few reactionary videos. We could probably go ahead. That'd be a good one to go. That's a good one to react to, and then roll into the other one. So let's see. I pulled up a few things. I haven't even really watched some of these yet.
Some of them been playing, and they're looking weird. So.
Yeah. Let's see here.
What the fuck?
Like I was automatically crying.
Who's there?
That was so uneventful.
I mean,
what the fuck? Dude, what the fuck?
Okay, well.
Hey man, how you gonna play?
Every bit of that was real.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I haven't seen this one yet.
Yeah, baby, don't stop there again. No, I already went there. The car's perfectly fine. It's perfectly clean. Yeah, she just woke up from her nap. She just woke up from her nap.
That's where the McRib comes from.
Here. Are you home?
Yeah, the baby. That's where the McRib comes from.
I heard some guy say I'm here.
Yeah, I'm assuming that, you know, it's a mimic or something, what they're trying to say. Otherwise, I don't see anything.
Baby, come home, because I'm starting to get scared here without you. What's up, baby?
Oh.
Baby, come on, hurry up.
Oh my God.
It's starting to happen now.
You know what's a great idea? Leave the room. If your husband is
Baby, come on, hurry up.
Wash my panda bear.
Hurry up. I don't like being here by myself. What the fuck, baby? Hurry up.
So, all right.
I don't know. She sounded like she was legit scared, but I felt like
that was nothing. I felt like that was nothing but an act.
No, I feel like baby husband is under the bed right now, giggling at himself, recording his wife freaking out.
I don't think she sounded genuine at all. Like the whole baby, it just sounded very rehearsed. And yeah, I like Brett's comment in the chat. She's just stressing that baby out. So maybe she's screaming at the baby to save her. I don't know. But no, I think you're absolutely right. What I was going to say is underneath the bed. That's the reason. Like, oh, are you in here? And he's down there. Ha ha! I got my fish string on the panda.
It almost sounded like she was on he was on speakerphone or something. Like that's why why was she saying, baby, you need to come home, baby, you need why she just saying that out loud? She's just praying to her husband, please come home, man.
Go ahead.
My camera's outside, like the cameras I got on my front and back door.
Yeah, I like how
I can talk through them. I can pull up my cameras, I can press a button, and I can talk into my phone, and it comes out the
yeah, I think I would have just left the room. I think I just would have walked out. This one, I think Wasabi and we actually watched this on Nuke's Top 5. I couldn't stand it just from the kissing in it. I don't know, it just, but...
Fuck you. Fuck yeah. Nothing here. Nothing the fuck here. Oh my god, I'm so... Oh my god, look, legit goosebumps.
I don't see him.
Oh my god.
Yep, maybe.
Oh, I saw him. I saw him for a second.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, maybe that one. I don't know.
I mean, that's kind of... I see. I mean, there's something there.
Yeah.
It could have been anybody, though.
That damn panda.
I mean, it's obviously stopped.
It's
video
a panda bear.
stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Anything else? This is a UFO video I found tonight. That's a UFO.
Oh, wow. Look, it's separating from itself.
Oh, it just farted.
Right, that's what I thought. The kissing was weird. I thought that was his girlfriend or something.
What is that? Like some sort of, like,
different nationalities, different religions, stuff. They all look at that kind of.
I think it was the sound of the kissing that bugs me the most.
Look, it's separating from itself.
Yeah, I actually see one of the comments on there is a SpaceX launch, but no, I'll tell you what was it that we saw, or we had a lady that I worked with, and she posted it on Facebook, and she was convinced that it was an alien or a UFO, and it actually turned out to be the SpaceX satellite for internet. And that, if you haven't seen that in the sky, it looks pretty incredible. And I can see why you would think something like that.
Right? Yeah. I mean, if you've never seen anything like that before, they don't tell you, like, hey, like, this is what this looks like. So if you see this is, don't freak out.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Brett. just bug me. Trying to see if I have anything else out of the order. The other thing that I was going to show too, and going off of UFOs, green laser scanning homes.
What the f*** is that, dude?
Plane flying low over people's homes, scanning the ground with that green laser.
Starlink, yep, that's exactly what it was.
And I'm Lois. Tell me, so what is it doing? Well, wait, news anchor and network operator joins us in the studio. And Annette, what did you learn?
I tell you what, Google Maps had done upgraded.
Everyone from the city of Cape Coral to the county, to the Florida Division of Emergency Management, to the South Florida Water District and Port Authority. Now, these low-flying planes with green lasers does not belong to them. One neighbor got so fed up, she purchased a flight radar to help narrow down the search for the owner. It's not something you see every day.
Oh, geez, it was, I mean, it went back and
It looks like a helicopter.
Yeah.
40 minutes to an hour.
But for people living in Cape Coral, they've been seeing it a lot this week.
It was really late at night. It was kind of around midnight. It was around midnight. I was actually in my car. I was just getting home, and I saw it going back and forth with a laser beam, and it scanned over me multiple times. And it was just moving. It was scanning the whole area, every square footage, basically, going just forth.
That low-flying plane was in Casey Sutton's neighborhood for hours Sunday night. Philip Bertolio saw it the same day, but a few hours earlier, while watching the Super Bowl game.
Yeah, so I think what they actually ended up saying that it was, sorry, I'm trying to sneeze. That they actually said it was mapping, and that it was actually doing scans for new maps, which I could probably buy. Yeah, LiDAR scan mapping makes it easier for them to fly the grid at night with less air traffic.
I thought this dude was going to crash into the house. Wait till you see the laser coming off the bottom of it.
Let's see here.
Bang.
Study of erosion and weather patterns. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we would say it's really weird, but you know, I mean, it's no stranger than Google being parked outside of your house and taking pictures of everything. You know, I think that in a way this is less invasive.
Yeah, it's just like we're just flying over you.
Yeah.
We're scared.
So yeah,
it's interesting.
It is very interesting, but yeah, I think that's just a matter of a lot of folks are saying, "What are they planning?" You know, it's you know, on that end, it's just UFO. It's nothing UFO related. It's nothing weird. You know, I've been hearing something here lately about painting the roof of your house blue so the government will pass over you whenever they initiate man-made disasters to happen. Which I guess a lot of South America has been doing that. I think that they said that it happened in Hawaii during that period of what was it, the fires that broke out in Hawaii. Supposedly, if your house is painted blue, the roof of it, then it didn't, then it wouldn't have affected you. Again, I don't buy that.
Shit, mine's red.
Is it?
Damn.
My house is red. So, well, on that end, I think we've been streaming for almost 2 hours. I think now,
really?
yeah, it's been a fun night. Let's go back in here. Our supercomputer looks like John's been cut off. I'll go ahead and turn off the stream so that way we can bring him back. Look at that, John's sort of back now. Sort of back. Let's see here. Oh, let's go ahead and fix them. You kind of blend into the supercomputer. It's like you're part of it, man. Yeah. And then we have, let's see here. We got to figure out a name for the ghostly AI I have in the back.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Look at that. He's been cut off the whole time. Yeah, probably.
Oh, well, thanks for saying something about it.
Yeah, that's the problem with Discord, unfortunately. Yeah. So
Christy's like, I was wondering how we could get his ugly face off of this thing.
Oh well.
Ghost
Anna. But tell all your friends about us. You know, again, we're the Wendibros. We take everything with a grain of salt, even though it's bad for our blood pressures. We both have blood pressure issues. Mikey probably does too. We're getting about that age, so
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah. What did we cover tonight? We covered The Man Next to the Moon, which I think that we both agreed that is more than likely nothing too supernatural about that.
I just think it just doesn't line up physically. Like the light shouldn't be. We should be able to see it. If it's up there next to the moon, we should be able to see it without having to zoom in like that.
Yeah, I don't know, but maybe you have to cut through the firmament. You know,
firmament.
Firmament.
What is that? What is it?
Hold on.
I don't know what that is.
Hold on. Let me go back to the supercomputer.
Come on, Thupa. It's my freaking camera's doing the jumpy thing again. It's like you better not be talking shit. Better not be talking shit.
The firmament is the definition: the heavens or the sky, especially when regarded as a tangible thing. Thunder shakes the firmament. A sphere or world viewed as a collection of people. One of the great stars in the American golfing firmament. Yeah, I can't activate the eggs and tomatoes tonight because we're in a different stream setting too. So again, we got to keep it. We got maybe we'll add that for the end of the stream. We'll activate it. Let you all throw eggs at us, eggs and tomatoes. Maybe we'll even put like targets and stuff up there too. Let's see here. So yeah, I think that we agreed that that the giant next to the moon is more than likely a hoax on that end.
It's definitely cool. It's cool looking.
It is a very cool. It's a very freaky video. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it is. It is freaky.
Then we talked about interdimensional beings, which I think we were kind of 50-50 on. A lot of compelling things out there involving that, especially with the Miami Mall. And then with a lot of folks coming forward and having essentially panicking from seeing beings that supposedly aren't there.
Right.
All the way to the Art Bell phone call that has been investigated by the government, and I do need to do a little more digging into that. I thought that was pretty interesting too.
Yeah, it is.
And then we also figured out where McDonald's meat comes from the hospitals. Yeah. Talk about Ryan Garcia and Andrew Tate, and so again, I think that's just somebody that's going through a lot of mental baggage right now, and probably needs help on that end too. Yeah. If you know anybody that has anything they want to talk about and wants to speak to the Wendibros about it, wants to come on air, make sure you contact me or John or Michael. You should see it in Stream Elements tonight, but it is the Cult of the Wendibros that you can join. We also have a Discord. We have multiple ways that you can reach us. If you look right there, we have TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And that is all at the Wendibros, so it's very easy to locate. You can message us directly on there if you'd like to do that too. If you find anything weird in the news and you want us to cover it and you want us to talk a little bit about it, give our opinions on it, or even come on the show and give your idea of it. Again, we would love to have you on there. We'll try to keep it respectful as long as you keep it respectful.
Oh yeah.
And again, if it's something serious, we're not past that either. We'll definitely take it very seriously. So again, if you know anybody, let us know. I think that's about all I have on my end. John, do you have anything? John, you're glitching out.
I don't. Yeah, I know. Stupid thing. I don't know why it's doing that. It's all right. No, I don't have anything to. I will point out somebody. One of those videos had an interesting comment, and I think it's true. If you see some crazy stuff going on in the news, now they don't want me to say it. They don't want you to see it. If you see crazy stuff going on in the news or weird, fantastical stories, do some digging and find out what other news is going on too.
Yep. Yeah, and that's a really good point. Cross-reference, everything. Make sure that you can find anything that you can. Just instead of just taking everything at face value, cross-reference, do digging. Look into it, and don't just. And you find that a lot on social media. People just automatically believe the first thing they read or see, whether it's a meme. A clear example tonight, I warned you guys, hey, the gentleman with the white hands actually has vitiligo, and there's a lot of people in the comments saying that it was a lizard person or an alien too. So sorry, John, didn't mean to. Yeah, don't blindly believe. Yes.
Yeah, don't blindly believe, but also, I guess it's a little bit of conspiracy type mindset. Is that people do like to, flood the media with fantastical stories and stuff that they know they're going to hook you on if there's something important they don't want you looking at or thinking about or looking at. That just happens all the time.
Yep.
It happens all the time in politics on both sides. You got something going on, you're going to make up a fantastical story that is going to keep all the people that agree with you, reading it, spreading it. All the people who don't agree with you are going to be looking it up and trying to fight it. So, but I think it's just the media is kind of a nasty place most of the time.
It is a very nasty place, and I think Brett, made a pretty good point in the chat. They use those stories to distract from real messed up stuff.
Exactly.
That's absolutely true. And again, and John and I touched on it too. There's no reason to doubt that they're not filtering what they want you to know, what they want you to hear. So again, and to take it a step further. And I've saved a few videos, if you feel like something is important enough, save it, try to be, and I don't mean just, save it to a something on your phone, actually try to download it, get it on a drive if you feel like it's important enough or something that may have relevance in the future. We talked a little bit about Mandela effect tonight. We briefly touched on it. Maybe that could be a topic for next time is Mandela effect. If we really want to,
I'll totally get into that.
Well, I have a few videos of Mandela as well too, but I do believe, and I truly mean that, I believe that Mandela effects are a form of gaslighting, and just to kind of go ahead and get the ball rolling on that before the next Wendibros. Recently a lady was able to prove without a doubt that Fruit of the Loom had a cornucopia on it, and Fruit of the Loom was adamantly denying, showing pictures of their history that they never had a cornucopia, and she was able to pull out some of her father's stuff, and actually did in fact prove Fruit of the Loom wrong. So I do believe that there's some form of there's definitely a lot of corporate gaslighting, definitely a lot of film gaslighting, and we see it every day, with films being altered and changed. And I'm not saying that like all the changes are for the worst, but if you start letting them rewrite a lot of your different histories and in different films and things that for a fact that you've grown up with, they know that they can do it. So that's the reason I say hang on to things. Hang on to it. And I don't mean be a hoarder. This isn't to get you guys in a panic or a frenzy, but download things with Drive. Take pictures. Have proof. And I'm telling you, it's an old thing, but the truth will set you free. I used to tell people like that all the time that work for me, get it in black and white, so that way, we can prove, to people above us that, we know without a shadow of doubt something's not working. Brett, again, they did it whenever they released the Epstein flight logs. Yeah, they did it. They covered up a lot of stuff. They want to distract you. I mean, that's, and I don't mean for John and I to get on a soapbox tonight, but it's
somebody owns these companies. Somebody owns these media companies. I mean, CNN. Somebody owns CNN. Somebody owns Fox, and they're gonna spread whatever they want, whatever they believe for the most part, because they're gonna sell whatever they think is gonna get ratings and get them money. I mean, that's their job. Their job is to make money off of spreading the news, or whether it's fake or real or not. It's just. I mean, come on. It's kind of duh. You can't prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
Can't prove you wrong because you're right.
Checkmate.
So, I agree with you. I'm on your side.
Unlimited supply.
Hold on. You know where they get that shit from? Unlimited supply. Fact check me.
Dude. You can't.
I'm having too much fun with my buttons tonight. I actually accidentally got out of a. I started playing the intro again.
That's all right.
Would have been perfect for a tomato. Yeah.
No
tomatoes in the Wendibros. No tomatoes. That's Captain Bowie. Which you could throw tomatoes at John and I whenever we stream together on Captain Bowie too.
Right.
So, but
I don't know. I think it would be kind of funny if we did a stream that was only like we didn't have our cameras on at all. We were only reacting to videos. Like if we line up and we're only reacting to videos, then maybe that would be a good way for chat to
interact.
Voice their opinion on what they feel about the video.
Yeah. I think emotes work though. You guys can drop all the emotes that you want.
Right.
Yeah, you can drop all the emotes that you want. They should be working right over the Wendibros logo. There you go. Look at that. I didn't take all the fun away. Not all the fun.
Oh, there he goes.
So,
lots of them.
All right, but yeah, past that, I don't think I really have anything else to add. I think to kind of get the go for the truth. Look for the truth. Dig. Believe. Don't believe anything until you prove it, and then you can believe it. And even then, take it with a grain of salt. Again, don't let the powers that be win, even though they are. So, no, I don't really have anything super profound. Just, but do search the truth. Keep it spooky. And if you have anything to share, let us know. Have any news? Do that too. Join the Captain Bowie Starship if you haven't already, and make sure that you join the Cult of the Wendibro on Facebook if you want to come on the show or share any stories that you have, and if you want to do it privately too. As always, I'm always going to say this: take care of your mental health. If you haven't noticed, I've been drinking a lot of water on stream tonight. Stay hydrated. I got a cold that I'm fighting right now, and got to stay hydrated. Take that vitamin C. Take your vitamins. I shouldn't be preaching this because I'm the worst at it, but make sure you get plenty of rest.
Yeah.
Make sure you get plenty of rest. Try to sleep. That way you don't end up goofy as hell like John and I.
Lord.
Make time to get away from social media, and I know that I'm probably contradicting myself. Make time to get away from social media. Turn your screens off if you can. Go outside, sit in the sun for a little while, breathe, do whatever you need to do, and just make sure you at least take 30 minutes every day just to get just to be present. John, anything for you?
No, I don't think so. Truth's out there.
Truth is out there. Just keep looking. Hold on real quick. Yeah, hey guys, it's me, Michael, Bitcoin Boomer. Thanks for tuning in to the stream tonight.
I want to sound like John.
I'm so good looking.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah, John's background's pretty cool. Yeah, well, no, he doesn't have a supercomputer now, so
I changed it and to see if I would blink less, and it's not really working. I just haven't changed it back. I don't understand what they're doing. They obviously don't want me. They obviously don't want me on here. It's probably just
the media is trying to cover or get rid of John. You're canceled, buddy. You're canceled. John is AI. I believe it. All right. Well, hopefully you guys like the new layout. Hopefully you like the new stream. I thought it turned out pretty good, and so yeah, see those socials right there. Make sure you go check us out on those. And I think that's about all I got. So thank you all for tuning in. Tell all your friends about us. Let's keep it going. Make sure you catch us on Captain Bowie, and then on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, catch us on the Wendibros. Well, I guess Tuesdays. We just had Wednesdays, because it just worked out this week for that. Just kidding. Love you, John the Leprechaun. Yeah. Alrighty. I think that's all I got.
Me too, buddy.
All right. Love you, man. Love you all.
Love you. Love y'all. Have a good night.